game more clearly with high-definition spectacle lenses from Norville Opticians.
David, let's deal with the Twickenham factor first. How different is this, or how do you approach it any differently compared to if you were just going the other side of the road to the Stoop?
Definitely not. It's a huge, I guess there's a huge amount of excitement among the players, among the staff, but going to Twickenham to play in front of 80,000 people. Christmas is a great time to be involved in sport. It's a great time for spectators to go and watch sport. There's usually a special atmosphere around the game. So look, we're all really looking forward to getting up to London, getting up to Twickenham. And we've talked about it all week. These are the games that the big players want to play in. Not just play in, they want to perform. And we're looking to go and produce a big performance this weekend.
And if you can produce a good performance in this, I suppose later down the line, if you get to some big finals, then actually this sort of occasion is good preparation for those, isn't it?
When you look across our squad at the depth of experienced players who have played at World Cup finals, we've played All Blacks, British Lions, international rugby, they won't be intimidated at all. They understand the excitement, they understand the pressure that comes in playing in these games. And I guess that's why a lot of them came to a club like this. They want to be involved in big games. They want to be involved in those finals that we played in last year, and hopefully there'll be more to come.
You've had a long break since beating Worcester at home in the Challenge Cup. How have you used that time?
We almost talk about it every week in terms of how we manage players, how we manage their time on the pitch, their time in training, how we manage that across the course of the year. So the last couple of weeks, because of the nature of the season really from now on, without any breaks at all, it's the Challenge Cup has given us the opportunity to give players who hadn't had much game time the opportunity to perform, to give players who have had a lot of game time the opportunity to rest, but all with one eye very much on the Harlequins game, getting back into the Aviva Premiership. We have a very important run of 3 games now over Christmas with and the New Year with Harlequins, London Irish and Exeter. So it's a big challenge for us, but it's one we feel we've prepared well for.
Obviously Christmas is coming up between when we're speaking before the game and the game itself. How do you manage that? Or in some ways, because of the gap you've had, have you already had your Christmas?
I think if you ask any sportsman, no matter what professional sport you're involved in, Christmas is about playing games. Christmas is about preparing for games. Of course, we all enjoy a bit of time away, but now we've trained as hard, we've prepared this week as we would for any other week, and it's the case now for the players getting some time with their families, but then coming back in on Boxing Day for the captain's run and ready to go at Twickenham.
So you're not one of those directors of rugby who announces that there is training on Christmas Day then?
I think you've got to understand that the season that we have, the amount of time that we're here, everybody enjoys getting a time. So I'm not someone who'd be of the view that Christmas Day would be training would be beneficial.
How do you rate Harlequins at the moment? Because last season they looked like they could either be on their way down from where they won the league a couple of years ago, or was that just a blip?
I think their performances this year would suggest that it's been a blip. Connor's taken the team, they've been very successful over the last number of years. I think this year they've been one of the form teams in the competition. They're certainly going into this week's game as strong favourites, playing at home, 70,000. But that's the challenge for us. They're a team that we want to compete against. We believe that the squad and players that we have can compete with the teams, but it's all very well saying it. The challenge for us now is to go up to Twickenham, go up against a very good Harlequins team and produce a big performance.
And if I say there's been a record of entertaining games between the two clubs, it'll probably curse, it'll be 3-3, but there is the opportunity against a team like that to, you know they're going to run the ball, and if you want to do the same, then I suppose that opportunity is there.
If you look back over the last 4 games we've played against them, I think they've won 3, we've won 1. Generally there's been 1-score games, or maybe 10 points at the very most. There isn't a huge amount between the teams. That's what we're saying. One of the big factors that have been the obvious factors in the Premiership this year is the number of 1-score games. That's a sign of how good the teams are developing. It's a sign of how close the teams are in terms of quality. But big games like this will turn on 1 or 2 big decisions, will turn on 1 or 2 moments of magic from players, and that's where the quality in your squad and the big players in your squad you're looking for those big performances on the biggest occasions.